Video on. Action. Alright, so we're going to take a look at Kanye West. I got this sent to me by James. Thanks, James, for sending me this clip. So I'm going to do a reaction on what was Kanye's new video reality telling us. This should be a pretty good one because, I don't know, by the looks of what Kanye's video looks pretty demonic to me. So hold on a sec, let me stop this from the beginning. And anyway, thanks for joining me today, guys. This is Sunday, August 2023 to August 23, 2026, my bad. Anyway, let's go check out Kanye West's demonic video. You be the judge. You come up with your conclusion why he made this video. And like I said, I haven't watched it yet, so I'm going to do my commentary right after this, and you give me your 2 cents on why he even made this, or why was this done. He was supposed to be the man of God, devoted his life to God, got himself saved, blah blah blah, and fell from grace again. So let's just check it out, and you be the judge, and you give me my 2 cents. Okay, guys, check it out.
Glowing eyes, but they also seem to depict him in a Frankenstein procedure where his head is reattached to his body. The whole thing was insane, but it also seems deeply symbolic. It appears this video connects to his last visual with Travis Scott and tells a very interesting story that, when you really analyze it, leaves you with one question. Is he trying to reveal what happened to him? Today, we break down the deeper meaning of both videos so we can figure out exactly what Kanye is really trying to tell us. Many people would say that Kanye has been all over the place for the last few years. While he was once seen as one of the most influential rap superstars, today people view him as another celebrity who lost himself along the way. From wild moment to wild moment, he continuously demonstrated that he was willing to burn it all down to get his point across. As we all know, this behavior caught up with him eventually. He started losing all his brand deals worth millions, he was banned from performing, and was even kicked off his major record label. But while all of this was happening, Kanye claimed to be the freest he had ever been, telling interviewers that other celebrities were controlled, but he wasn't.
Saying they control Shaq, they could control Charles Barkley, they could control LeBron James, they can control Jay-Z and Beyonce, but they can't control me. You see, it ain't no name I won't name. It's up.
So he's basically saying that when you're signing your name on a dotted line with a record company, they own you. So he's saying that he wasn't owned. I don't know about that. So I don't know. Maybe he's just smoking mirrors, whatever.
This made it seem like he was indeed, in some way, pleased with losing everything because he gained his freedom. But after what seemed to be 2 to 3 years of battling the industry higher-ups, it appears that fight finally came to an end. Despite everything he said and did, Kanye has now been trying to walk everything back. Not only did he go on an apology tour, meeting with leading members of the communities he offended, but he humbly tucked his tail between his legs and returned to the music industry system, signing a brand new deal with the new record company Gamma Records. Right after signing this new deal, Kanye was once again allowed to perform, and this is when he dropped his music video for Father and announced a new album. People were so confused about what just happened. It seemed like Kanye did a 180 and flipped the script on everyone. Some felt he was switching up because he was feeling the pressure of losing everything. He was likely realizing he wasn't going to be able to keep up his lifestyle without being able to bring in the money he was once making while he was on top. But others felt it could have been something else entirely. People online started to speculate that maybe Kanye didn't return to the industry out of his own free will, but that it was his only choice. Now, as crazy as this sounds, you look at these new...
Okay, look back right here. It says, look who's in the background. Is that Michael Jackson? Or is that Corey Feldman? So, check that out. So, you know, a little bit symbolic here. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
People online started to speculate that maybe Kanye didn't return to the industry out of his own free will, but that it was his only choice. Now, as crazy as this sounds, when you look at these new music videos for OK and Father, it does seem to tell a story that seems eerily similar to what they claim. The visual for OK starts with a room full of doctors staring at a body with no head that they are about to begin operating on. In the corner of the room, you can spot a creepy, demonic-looking woman talking on the phone. Out of nowhere, 2 police officers slowly walk in, holding a silver tray carrying Kanye's head. This is when one of the morgue doors opens to reveal Don Toliver, who just stands there and watches. The doctors then begin operating on the body, and we can see doves and stars floating out of the cavity. He then starts pulling items out of him one by one, removing a lit flare, 3 apples, a bucket full of clay, a burning rose, and lastly his heart, which they place back. This part is very important, and we will be coming back to it in a bit. After this, one of the doctors takes the clay out of the bucket and plants the rose in it. This is when Don Toliver grabs Kanye's head and attaches it to the body, and he then wakes up. He then grabs 2 swords, placing one on the table next to him, which Don Toliver uses to get rid of the doctors. The video ends with Kanye staring into the camera with demonic-looking glowing eyes, standing completely still. This was one of the weirdest music videos I have ever seen, but it seems to be hiding a deeper meaning most would never understand. You may be asking, what in the world is Kanye even trying to say with all of this? It just seems crazy, right? But this could be telling us what actually happened to Kanye and why he returned to the industry in the first place. The video seems to be depicting Kanye being brought back to life in some strange ritual-like medical procedure. This could be a representation of his recent musical comeback. For some time, it appeared his career was dead and a comeback was impossible. But as we all saw this year, he managed to achieve a successful comeback. Not only did he sell out a show in LA, but he also signed a massive record deal. It's like his career was revived, and this is what the music video is telling us. But this seems to only be the surface level meaning, and what the symbolism is hinting to is much darker. Think about it. He is depicted as just a head, meaning he was taken out. They literally placed his head onto the body and brought him back like a Frankenstein monster. This could be interpreted as Kanye not having any control over what he's doing anymore. At this point, he's just the face of a brand. There is a lot of imagery that could be seen as pointing to this very thing. For example, the way they depicted Don Toliver. He's presented like a handler type character. He's the one basically overlooking the operation and places the head back on the body. I believe he might represent the industry. One of the most interesting things I noticed is that everything started to unfold when the demonic looking woman answered the phone. When she answers the call, Don Toliver pops up and the doctors start operating on the body. There's a specific reason she looks like a demon and gets the call to kick things off. It's almost like they were being instructed by dark forces to do the operation. Now let's talk about what came out of his body when they were operating on him, as these items seem to hold deep symbolic meaning. Everything pulled out of his body seems to tell us that Kanye is no longer in control in the video. Let's start with the doves that float out of his body right as they start operating on him. These birds seem to symbolize the soul escaping, as doves are known to be used as a representation of the soul. In ancient Greek and Roman tradition, the human soul was frequently envisioned as a bird, specifically a dove, trapped inside the cage of the physical body. Releasing the doves from his chest cavity visually demonstrates the liberation of his spiritual essence. Essentially, they depicted the body left soulless. They removed the soul from the body, leaving it nothing but an empty vessel for something else to take over. The lit flare also seems connected to these ancient ideas. When the doctor pulls out the flare from the cavity, this could be seen as a representation for the divine spark, which is said to be where human creativity spawns from. This could be why the flare is sparking, pointing back to that divine spark theory. The doctor also removes a rose that is on fire, which could represent his passion and love being removed. Lastly, there is the bucket with the clay. The clay symbolizes the biblical creation of man. This is why the doctors mold the clay before they put his head back on his body. The clay could represent him being reanimated and reshaped. All of this imagery seems to tell us they removed everything internally, and what is left is just an empty shell that by the end, something else needs to fill. This man at the end is not Kanye because his soul spark and his passion are all gone. All they placed back in the body was the heart, which keeps him going. But everything that made him Kanye is gone. What is interesting is that this video reminds me of The Weeknd's music video for his songs In Your Eyes and Too Late. In those videos, a woman takes him out and leaves his head on the side of the road, where 2 scary looking women find it in the Too Late video. They then take it and place his head onto the body of another man, and after some ritualistic activities, The Weeknd comes back to life. At least
this is co-producer.
Well, yeah, that is definitely something to talk about, so I'll
body does. As it's later shown in his Until I Bleed Out video, his soul is trapped in a trippy-looking purgatory. Meanwhile, in his Save Your Tears video, he is shown that his body has become almost enslaved to perform for dark forces for eternity. These videos seem to tell the exact same story as this Kanye video. The message here seems very deep, and it only gets even more bizarre when you connect it back to the last music video with Travis Scott. The visual for Father was another heavily symbolic story. In the video, Kanye is seen attending a church service where a series of unusual events begin unfolding. First, a knight riding a horse enters the church as police cars arrive behind it. Two officers walk into the building who appear to look just like the cops in his OK video. They arrest a nun and remove her from the service before things continue to unfold. Eventually, a little boy walks up to the front of the room and blows out a candle on the mantle. This is when a demonic-looking woman comes and grabs the boy. Again, the woman appears very similar to the demon lady we saw in the OK video talking on the phone. The most important part is when two astronauts walk in and pull Kanye's head off like it was a mask, revealing an alien underneath. They then haul the body off outside into a spaceship and fly off. This seems to directly connect to why Kanye's head isn't on the body in the OK video. This scene seems to depict them taking back Kanye against his desire. It comes off like Ye was trying to escape their control by using his anti-establishment pro-Christian persona, but the imagery suggests they managed to regain control of him as they literally pulled him out of a church. I believe this could be why the video is loaded with Christian imagery. He is in a church service and the astronauts capture him and haul him away, presumably back to the industry. It could be seen as Kanye telling us why he came back, which, if you listen to the lyrics of the song, seem to be suggested all throughout. He raps about being reborn and making a comeback, so really think about what the imagery seems to be suggesting. It could be that he was being hauled off back to the industry, where, in the new video, his head is reattached to his body and he is reborn, representing the rebirth of his career. Another interesting thing I noticed in Father and OK was that the guest artists on the songs both seem to play handler-like characters in the music videos. In OK, it was Don Toliver who placed Kanye's head on the body. In the Father video, it was Travis Scott, who shows up like a handler-type character wearing an alien mask like Kanye's. Another important observation from the Father video is that a Michael Jackson lookalike could be spotted sitting in the back of the Father video. It seemed like this was meant to be a nod at Michael's fight with the industry and how, even after his passing, his image is being used by the labels he disliked to generate billions. It appears Kanye was comparing their situations, showing that he is in the same position. It's honestly interesting to see all of this lining up with his comeback. These music videos, full of this deep symbolic imagery, were likely made to tell a specific story. This is why many people online believe these videos reveal the hidden side of Kanye's comeback. It's like he's secretly telling us he only went back to the industry because they took everything from him. Look at what he depicted in the OK video. He showed them removing his soul, his creativity, and his passion, which seems to be metaphors for stopping his ability to be a successful artist without the industry. So it comes off like his return back to the industry was not because he wanted to, but because maybe he felt that he didn't have a choice. He knows that without their support, he doesn't have the ability to be who he once was. Without the machine, his career was dying, and like it was depicted in the video, they brought it back to life. What do you guys think about all of this imagery? Do you believe it could connect to his recent comeback and explain what's happening to him? Or do you think it's just another one of Kanye's stunts that will pass by? To me, everything is way too symbolic to simply be for nothing. I feel like he's trying to say something with these videos, especially the OK video, which was directed by his own wife. It seems like when you really analyze these videos, they reveal so much that people don't really notice. For example, I bet most people didn't know what Kanye's Monster video was depicting. It was considered too dark for TV at the time that it was banned. The video had the same theme as Katy Perry's Bon Appetit music video, where she was prepared and served like a high-end dish to a private dinner party. Like I said, they are showing so much in these videos that most people fail to pick up on. So if you want to see what Katy Perry's Bon Appetit music video was really telling us, watch this video right now. And if you want to further support the channel, consider becoming a Patreon member. When you join, you support the channel and get over 65 exclusive videos. Another way to support the channel is by subscribing and hyping this video. Your hype literally tells the algorithm that more people need to see this. Wow. That's it for this video.
Well, okay, be sure to check out The Truth Is and check out his channel, because I'm going to do a reaction. I do like his channel, and he does really good commentating. But what I think about his is pretty close to the way I think, is that he did have to go back to revive his career, because he's nothing without it, and they own him, probably his catalog. And I'm pretty sure the banks too. So anything he does or says about the music industry is that he is not owned. He is, as much as he tries to go back to his faith or whatever denomination he is, Christian, Catholics, we're all the one as a God, but he cannot do anything without them. He had billions, now he's probably in the millions, so he wants to be back to his status. So I don't know if he could get out of his contract when he tried to, but he made him look a little bit crazy. I think there's a symbolic things about with him with Michael Jackson in the back, thinking that if you go against us, you'll end up the way Michael did, point blank. The alien thing is just another diversion, saying he got captured by aliens, so-called, allegedly, that that's what they believe, is that aliens are coming back and you're all being hoodwinked by the aliens. But anyway, that's pretty much what I think and why he's doing this. Could I be wrong? Yeah. Could I be right? Yeah. So it's 50-50. Everybody is up to their own interpretation. What do you think? So leave a comment below. Forward to everyone, and we will see you on the next podcast reaction, because this is a goodie. Thanks for The Truth Is. Be sure to check out his channel and subscribe, as well as mine, and I'll have more coming your way. I want to do the Katy Perry Bon Appetit, and that's coming. Okay, guys? So bye for now. We'll see you in the next one.